first thing we gotta do, oh, come on. Alright. That didn't work. Ouch, gosh darn it. How did I do this last time? Well, that ain't working. What else we got in here? Well, let's try these. Oh. Pruning shears. Work perfect. Alright, now on these barrels there's a seam right here, and if you flip them upside down there's a seam right here. That comes from when they make them, and they line up with each other on top and bottom. So you just take your level. You can just see the seam on the side here. Just take your level. That looks pretty good. Alright, now this one is right. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one right there. Okay. Now, if it was dry, I'd be using a Sharpie, but everything's wet. It's been raining. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we gotta cut it. Now, this poor saw, I bought this when I built the house on account of cutting concrete blocks with it. It's a Milwaukee worm drive 15 amp. And this thing has been used and abused, but she still keeps on running. there's one side. Jim Bob, how many concrete blocks do we cut with this thing? Quite a few. Oh, she's binding up. Alright, we want to do the top first. Yeah, why? This thing's pretty torquey, so you gotta be careful. All right, that's looking pretty good. Now this is going to be a little tricky because you're going to want to pinch. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. All right. Well, there's. I'm going to clean these out. Stand by. All right, now we got them washed out. Need to take a measurement here to your long point. So we're going to say 36.5 by 23. 36.5 by 23. Now, that'll give us our measurements for our boards. So we'll get them laid out and get them cut, and then we'll start building frames. Stand by. Here we go. Peg water inbound. Alright, now I'm just using some rough cut hemlock I had laying around. I say it was 36 or 36.5. 36.5. Alright, 36.5 is going to be snug. So I'm going to make it 36 3/4. That'll give me just a little bit of play on each side. The cows are out there. What in the world are they doing? Hey, you have to do that? I'm going to take you out here and show you. The bull's out here, and he's just grinding away. They busted those boards down I don't know how many times now. Hey, get your head in there. They busted these boards down, so I put a couple stakes in there just to reinforce it. They'll have time to do it right. And there he is, trying to break it again. All right, well, let's get back to building here. One thing I want you to remember, animals are destructive. They're extremely powerful. All right, 36 3/4. I don't think that was going to quite make it. Nope. All right, we'll use that for the sides. This one looks pretty good. All right. 36 3/4. Now, I don't care if it's perfect. I just want it decent. I do not want that ball to get out. All right. So there's my two longs. Long side, now I need two short side. My goodness. All right. Stand by. I got to go fix this cow situation. All right, so for all you old farmers out there, you'll get a kick out of this, but hey, you do what you got to do in a pinch. So what I did was I just took this gate and binder twined everything together, which will keep him from walking through there. That's that old saying, what he doesn't know won't hurt me, because he doesn't know that he could just basically push that right over, but that's okay with me. All right, we're gonna get back to the pig water here. I'll get you set up. About right there. All right, now, so this is the long side. This is the long side, right? Now, we know we need, where did I write that down? 23 inches. All right, so we know we need 23 inches inside here to fit the barrel down in. Okay? Now, since these boards are going to go on the outside, we need to account for this length, which is 2 inches. So 2 and 2 is 4. We took a measurement of 23. So these ones need to be 27. All right. $27. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to mark this one too. 27. Remember, you're just building pig water. It doesn't have to be house straight, but it does help if it's semi-square when you're putting it together. Alright. This thing weighs about 27 pounds. work area here. Use them for kindling. Alright, now, what I like to do is, I like to set her up like this. Get it semi close. Grab some screws. Here, I'll turn you around. Well, we'll just do it this way. These little Milwaukee pack outs, I just love these things. They work great. All right, so I need a 30, which is that one. Oh, didn't want to do that. Gotta take that back out. Need a little more. Need a little more reach than that. All right. So let's get a extension here. I think that's a 30. Is that a 30? No, that's a 35. Oh, that ain't gonna work. That don't wanna work. Alright. Stick that in there. Grab some screws. Alright, I like to have all my screws facing the same direction. These are 3.5 inch coated screws. Okay. And I just take this, flip her over. Ouch. Square that side up. Alright, need 4 more. Oh, that one went home. There, if you wanna impress a carpenter, if you drive your nails or screws the whole way in, they call sending it home or driving it home. Ooh. Okay. So that's all good. Now, I'll show you how this is going to go together. Set that down. Just set that in there. Now I try to keep it scrunched to one side. On the count, I put a board. I like to put a board there, right about right there. And I'll move you forward as much as I can. All right, I like to put a board right here for the pigs to step on. got a piece of sawdust. Alright, it's pretty close. Alright, now what I do is I'll turn you around here. For some reason my camera's leaning south here. Alright. So now we need a 1/4-inch driver, which is the little red one. Looks like that. Alright. Now we're going to get some. These are just number 10 by 1.5 roofing screws. So I'll just grab a handful of them. Alright, now I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Alright, make sure this thing looks about where I want it. All I do is take these roofing screws and I just screw right through the barrel. Like that. That's all I do. Oh, buckets. Like that. Like that. Don't ever tighten them. I like to put some towards the top. Right about there. And we'll put one more right in the middle. And that's it. That's all I use to hold my barrel in. And it works good. Alright, let's try and get you. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Let's put you back up here. Alright, now you can see how that's sticking up, so you gotta make sure you get it pushed down good where you want it. That's about right there. Good. 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 All right, I want about 4 more. Now, I have a nipple water, which is great, except when it freezes, it don't work so good. So, I use these during the winter. That way I can just dump them or break the ice if I need to. There you go. That thing ain't going nowhere. Now I'm going to do one last thing here just to kind of help shore this thing up a little bit, because pigs will destroy it. Doesn't matter. I don't care. So I'm going to prep all that, and then I'll bring you back. Stand by. Alright, now, all I did was cut some 6x square pieces of 5/8 plywood. We're going to do this. Now, you can skip this if you want, But I'm going to tell you right now, they'll destroy this thing in one season. So you're better off adding the plywood to help hold things together. Alright, I'm just using some 2-inch deck screws. That one didn't get anything. Let's move that one down right about there. There we go. There, that'll strengthen up that corner. Now you could put it over here like this too. Just put one here like this. That would help. Which actually I might do that too. Just to make this thing last a little longer. Now you could use 1/2-inch plywood, whatever. You could use a piece of board, whatever you got laying around. Doesn't matter. It's just to help reinforce these corners. Those pigs are so strong. They get the rooting because that's how God made them. And like let's say this thing froze to the ground. They just keep pushing it apart. I've learned quite a bit here in the last years raising these things out on pasture. It's not the same as inside a building. Where you have all the infrastructure already set up that they can't really move around. All right. There you go. Alright, so I went around and I put the extra braces on the corners. I put a piece of plywood on here because sometimes the pigs need to step up to get a drink. But other than that, this thing's pretty much bulletproof and it only weighs about 122 pounds, so we're good. Alright, I was going to do it for this video. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you on the next one. Here we go.